So what our society thinks, that marriages are made in heaven, it should be like that. So just keep that broken piece.
But when I do couple counseling, I always maintain that you have gone to someone's house. Yes, you have made a lot of adjustment, but you are forgetting that someone else is adjusting you in their house.
A man is divorced is okay. A woman divorced, there's a stigma. Don't spoil each other's life. Simple.
But maybe then you will lose the property of his father. So maybe that can be noticed.
We are by nature polygamous and slightly by force monogamous.
So in a relationship like that, when we are in love, then we share our weaknesses also. And when we are in problem, we use that as a tool for it.
Welcome to Truth Forecast, where the mind is without fear. Today, we are going to discuss why divorces are becoming more commonplace. Let's start. Our first guest today is Advocate Tiwari. Sir, we would like to hear a little bit about your professional background.
I'm a lawyer practicing at Kolkata High Court. I'm hailing from a lawyer family. As a kid, I grew up hearing all these legal terms and all. And last 15 years, I'm practicing. We say we are practicing because at the end of our life, we will be practicing.
Most welcome to the show, sir. And also joining with us today, Megha Rathi. Ma'am, please introduce yourself and a little bit about your professional background,
Sure.
please.
So I'm RCI registered clinical psychologist. I completed my MPhil and practicing over 10 years. So I'm associated with Caring Minds and Marga Mind Wellness Studio, both of them as consultants. And apart from that, I just completed my PhD in clinical psychology topic. Like we tried to make a module on how social helping can contribute to reduce mental health issues.
Wow, that's amazing. Most welcome to the show, ma'am. And we have another known face, I would say, Sir Sanjeev Kundu. Welcome to the show. And once again, we would like to hear a little bit about your background and profession.
I'm a psychological counselor and well-being consultant. So why I'm saying well-being consultant? Because like sometimes we think that mental health always it's a kind of when you have problem, then only you can go to a counselor or a kind of psychologist. But what we say that being healthy, mentally healthy, also you need certain kind of counseling. So that's what I practice, and I'm associated with the School of Counseling and Promotion of Well-being, National Council of Education, Bengal. And my area of interest, of course, relationship counseling, couple counseling, and also adolescents, and at the same time the old age people, because like sometimes we just ignore that okay they have also mental health issues, challenges. So I just enjoyed doing work with them as well. So thank you very much for having us and having me in this show.
Most welcome, sir. It's all our pleasure. And we'll start with the first question. And so, since our topic is today why divorces are becoming more commonplace, so what do you think statistically, how is it different from what it was 20 to 30 years ago? So, you will go first since you're
It
the
is.
lawyer getting all the cases.
Earlier, it was not that common. With the days, with the time, with our busy schedule and all, it is growing. For example, even courts are normal nowadays. There is a law. There was a law, there's a proposal that has not been enacted yet. That is irretrievably broke down.
Hmm.
What is that? For example, if you're having a mirror, glass is broken. Can you fix it? Is it possible? So what our society thinks, that marriages are made in heaven, it should be like that. So just keep that broken piece.
Mhm.
It is causing trouble. And now people are open, people are coming out, people are saying, no, we cannot stay together. So they are getting separated. It's always better to get divorced than to leave a bad marriage.
Mm.
That will create your mental problem, that will create other issues. And if you have having a baby, people may think that, yes, we are having a baby. So for the sake of baby, let's be together. But you are causing trouble to that baby even. Because that baby, what is happening to him, he is seeing a bad marriage. He is seeing that his father and mother are always fighting. They're using filthy language. So end of the day, down the line to 10 years, 15 years, you will have that effect.
Of course.
So it is increasing. And I will not say that it is bad that it is increasing. I will say that it's good that it's increasing. Instead of having a bad marriage, you should get divorced.
Yeah, or not get married at all.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing why I'm saying so. Have you heard the concept of ABC?
Yeah.
ABC
Bad.
is avoid bad company.
Oh, yeah.
You will never know which is bad or which is
Too
good.
good.
So it's like marriages are good or not. You will understand after that.
शादी के
Oh
लड्डू.
yeah, exactly. वही शादी का लड्डू फंसो फिर जानोगे.
Ma'am, with the increasing rate of divorces that we have seen, so you
Yes.
must be getting people who are coming for counseling
Exactly.
before the divorce, after the
Yes.
divorce. So, ma'am, can you share?
So basically, what happens is nowadays people are more open to couple counseling, and even in the law, there is a provision that whenever a couple think of divorce, usually the judges tell them that go for couple counseling sessions for some time, and many of them come as a directive from the court, and some of the couples definitely want to come on their own, saying कि we are at the verge of separating, but before that, we want to give it a last try. So, what is the difference? As you said, statistically, divorces are increasing. And I think the reasons are positive at some point of time because 30 years back, if a girl is getting married, then the message that the parents used to give her, कुछ भी हो relation को रखना है, कुछ भी हो don't think कि you can come back. So they go with a mindset only कि
मायके का
कितना भी
दरवाजा बंद.
सफरिंग हो, कोई मार दे, पीट दे, डाउरी मांगे, कुछ भी करे, I have to stay in this marriage, otherwise I will be seen in a very bad light. Oh, मतलब I'm a divorcee is like a big tag in the society. अभी क्या है now the thing is कि even parents say कि यार try your best, but if you ever see that you are suffering or if someone is mistreating you, do come back. So nowadays the message is very different. It's like try to make the marriage work. It's not like a new generation doesn't try, don't compromise, don't adjust, but obviously the message is very strong कि if you feel you are suffering or if someone is mistreating you, then think of separation. Don't be in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
So,
I think
So,
like it's more of a kind of earlier the societal judgment, and
Yes.
now I think it's a kind of personal choice.
personal choice.
And also I think the economic independence, because as he was sharing that like even if I don't feel that I need to be in that marriage, but then where should I go? For a woman,
Yeah.
definitely it's a
And
kind of challenge.
economy cannot be a big issue. Why I'm saying so? So law is that only.
Good.
A woman is always protected.
Yes.
If she goes for a divorce for contesting the case, she will get money, alimony penalty right. For her maintenance, she will get the money. For the if they have a baby, for the baby's maintenance, she will get the money. So money is not never the issue. And she said rightly, that's called mediation. Mediation is important. It can save. Sometimes we saw it. That they're having a difference. They're going for a divorce, and during meditation and during everything gets solved. But there is no issue at all.
Like recently, I think I saw a movie in Z5. I can't remember the name with Shania Malhotra. She also got a national award for the movie.
Okay.
And it really showed that she got married and 4 days she was just expected to cook.
Oh,
And being of a new generation girl, we saw that for few years,
I
few
think,
months,
it's
she
the,
really tried to adjust.
the Great
Like,
Indian Kitchen was the original
yes,
movie
and
from South, and they
Indian
copied
adaptation
the
of
other.
it came, and it
Yeah.
was seen actually that she's trying her level best. She's cooking everything. She's learning from YouTube,
Yeah.
asking her mother. But after that, she saw that even after cooking, there is a dominance. Like her husband is a gynecologist,
Yeah.
but at the same time, he's not ready for her to work.
Her to work.
No, like she wanted to start some YouTube channel on dance, and she was stopped from there. So that was a breaking point where 80 guests are in the house and she's expected to cook.
Yeah.
So we see that younger generations also try to adjust. It's not like this generation is loving the divorce or something. No.
So the question that arises from this is are only women who are understanding this? Women, like you said, the daughter at the time of marriage used to be told that if there is a problem, no matter what you stay. Now they say that if there is a problem, you can leave if you want.
Yes.
But are the men being told the same thing? Is
I
my
think
question.
so. Nowadays, like I have seen where parents are coming to us and they say कि initially we only used to tell our daughters to be good cook, good thing. And nowadays even the houses, the maids are being told that if you want to get married, you have to learn to take responsibilities because initially we used to get housewives.
Yes.
Now we are getting working women. So obviously maids have to contribute, and I think parents are doing it in the right way. They are really teaching the man the life skills of cooking, doing the basics, and they are explaining them that joint responsibility is
And
important.
the concept of housewife is also changing.
Yeah,
Like,
Yes.
it's homemaker now.
our view is also changing.
Yeah.
For example, men are earning fines.
Mhm.
The family, who is maintaining the family, her role you cannot ignore. I'm just telling about myself. My father was a lawyer. He never gave me time. Honestly, at my childhood, I used to get angry. You know, why he's not giving me time? He was a lawyer. He was a busy lawyer. But my mother, people used to call her a housewife. If she was not there, my schooling, my college, my everything, I would have remained an illiterate person. She is the person who did it. So housewives, they do not do anything. This concept is bad. It was then, it was now. Mentality was there, mentality is now. Everything is there. But it's all about how we look into the thing.
And I think there is one more thing. Like initially, it was always like when the females used to come, they used to say women have to make all the adjustment in marriage. But when I do couple counseling, I always maintain that you have gone to someone's house. Yes, you have made a lot of adjustment, but you are forgetting that someone else is adjusting you in their house. And actually, maid also has a lot of responsibilities after marriage. Like the financial responsibility increases. Like, even if a girl is not working till now, it's okay. But if a male is not earning adequately, it becomes a big challenge for them. So, the moment you are getting married, you have to prepare yourself for household expenses. Now, if you think of rearing a child in today's world, where a child has to start from play school, initially it was like a parent's responsibility was let's send him to school. But now it's like they should be doing extracurricular, they should be taking part in competition. So, having one child has become a huge expenditure, like everything.
Yeah, and also if you
So
see
for
that,
male
yeah.
also it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the family honor, the for male like that, okay, the family honor. If I like get this divorce kind of thing, so the society will look in that manner. So it's not individual, it's family. But now it is like okay, it's individual. If I can take that, then I can have this choice. And if I don't want, then like I have another choice kind of. And another thing coming like why divorce now like we say that okay, it's a bit easy because I have choices also.
Right.
Even if I get divorced, then again I can get married.
Exactly.
I know that okay, there are sites. I know that okay, there are people I can meet. But
Accessibility.
earlier,
Yeah.
accessibility part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Earlier, like once you were divorced, then
There was a
Yes,
stigma
it's
also
gone.
Now
that
if you
the
go through
divorcee tag, I think, was
Yes.
not healthy.
now the dating apps have a category only for divorcee,
Yes.
widow.
so I
Or
think that
Even,
is
separated,
even,
everything.
even that is not good in the sense when I believe that.
Yeah.
Why? Divorce matrimony. Why?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why
Why
keep
is
it
it
at all?
divorce
Yeah,
matrimony?
for people to
Divorce
choose, I
dating
think.
app. Why? It's like mutual, right?
Hmm.
So why divorce matrimony was like divorce? Something is gone
The tagging is still there.
Yes.
Tagging is still
Either
there.
way.
Tagging
Yeah.
hasn't gone.
in a sophisticated way.
Yes.
Yeah, the tagging is still there. Means have been provided. It's
Right.
like that.
so like second hand kind of thing. So okay,
Second-hand.
available. So
Yeah.
it's a kind of marketing strategy. If you see
Marketing
that
strategy.
there are
of course.
websites like who sells second hand saman kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, second hand thing. So one way it's like transparency. Okay, if I'm getting married, so like
Yes.
okay, I know
Yeah,
that
but
okay,
one
earlier I
issue
should
People
is
know
still
my
is one
background,
issue
so
is
there
still
is
my
no
background.
hiding.
in Bengali, you will understand there is a proverb that is called Shonar Auntie abar Baka. মানে সোনার আন্টি is always সোনার auntie.
Yes.
In the sense, a man that's divorced is okay. A woman divorced, there's a stigma.
Stigma.
So we should get out of this. In 2025, we're sitting, we are discussing this openly. Just imagine, your viewers will understand.
Yes.
If this show was recorded, say for example, 15 years or 20 years back,
We would be
how
judged.
society would react.
Yes. Right.
So things
Very
are
true.
changing now.
Yes.
That is a good part. So we are discussing it openly now.
Right.
That is a good part.
That's very
Yes.
true.
The people have become more
More
open
open.
about at least talking about
Yes,
I
it.
think people have become more receptive. Like when we say ki new generation is becoming intolerant, I would say they are becoming more inclusive. Because initially, if someone is having this green hair and going to a college, people would be like, they are so weird. Now it would be like, it's their
Cool.
choice, their hair.
It's cool now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
so what we call
And we also
normalizing.
say the independence. Yeah.
Normalizing.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone has a right to live their way.
Okay. So now when you're coming to this thing of accessibility and all, so the recent data showed that there has been a decline in divorce rates in the urban cities and more in the rural areas. So is it true? And if it is so, then like what kind of mentality is there in the rural areas? You must all have gone there. So what exactly is it any different from cities and in the rural areas? So if you all can put some
And the data is absolutely incorrect.
incorrect.
Absolutely incorrect.
Okay.
Because we are sitting in urban area, we are discussing about urban issues as one thing. In a rural area, say in a particular village, if one woman is divorced, the whole village knows it. And access to the legal issues, I'm telling you, you have heard about 498 cases and other things and all. You will see that is being reported from the urban area. And rural area, it's less. Data says
Yes.
so. Why? Is it the actual sin? No. Actual sin is that the woman or rural woman or person don't, who do not have that much resources or other backing, they think if I lodge a complaint, if I do something, where will I go? My parents don't accept me. My family will say, yeah, পরের নামে মামলা
The
করে দিলে
stigma is much
stigma is
higher
there.
there.
So they don't have access to the legal issues.
Right.
In rural area, data, actually about data and everything, that is quite fishy. We make it in our own way.
Okay.
I'm just suggesting you or your viewers, which in your locality, there must be district court. Just go to any district court at 2 p.m.
Okay.
At 2 p.m., just go to any district court. You will see 13B on mutual divorce under
Okay.
section under Special Marriage Act. You will see marriages are broken like this, like this. What happened? We cannot stay like this. What happened? We cannot stay like this. So divorce filed after 6 month date, and everything is just finished like this. It's very common. So data about rural area, urban area, you cannot separate that.
Okay.
It is maximum. It is in urban area because they have access to the legal things. Rural area, they don't have any access. And about actual cruelty, actual cruelty on women, actual domestic violence are more happening in rural area, are happening in urban class. I'm just giving you examples. For example, I have a high-rise building.
Yes.
Everything is just fine. The family is riding a super luxury car, and inside the room, he is beating his wife. It's common scenario now.
common.
It's common scenario
Very
now.
common.
And very polished person speaks in very nice language. You never will see a humble person like them, and he becomes vulgar and filthy in front of his wife. That is very common now.
Yes.
So this is an issue. So data which you are talking about is absolutely incorrect. From a legal point of view, I can say that.
Okay. That's very good to
I
know.
have a bit of a different viewpoint here. What I can see is the rural population now. They are getting a lot more awareness and education on women empowerment. So what you exactly said about the abuses, now the rural women are getting to understand that this abuse is not something I'm supposed to take.
Yeah.
So they are trying to break it. And plus, dowry is still very much prevalent in rural areas in different forms.
Yes.
So the newer
Got it.
girls are not ready to take it. So initially, what used to happen is if someone is asking for dowry, and if they feel that parents cannot provide, so out of mistreatment, suicides were very, very, very common. Now also suicides are still there. It's not like our society has moved out of the divorce crisis, but at least now women think of fighting for themselves, and they think of going, filing a case, going for domestic violence cases, and ultimately going for divorce. So in rural areas, divorce rates have definitely increased. I'm not sure if it is more than urban.
Yeah, but
But
from what
the
it was
difference
before,
is, it is much
it is
better.
okay.
And with urban, the thing is that they are more accessible to counselings now. So we see a lot of young couples coming for counseling. Then there is a different thing nowadays. These new couples, they think of situationship, open marriage. They are very good with like, okay, I have a friend with benefit. So the reasons for divorce in urban area initially was sexual frustration, not happy with the partner. So with this situationship and everything coming in the place, urban areas, obviously the couples are more happier now because they think of other ways of continuing the marriage rather than sticking to that traditional approach.
Oh, okay.
A girl, divorced girl means in some area is easily accessible, easily gettable. In whatever wrong sense you want to take it, just take it.
Of course.
That is fact.
That's another stigma.
That it
that
is
is
not
different.
woman empowerment.
No,
Woman empowerment and everything looks very nice and classy in urban area. For example, we have two person over here. They are very good at in their profession. They know. I would like to know from them because on legal side I know,
Yeah.
from every side, political side I know, actual situation I know. I would like to know how many people from the actual rural side, actual rural, rustic rural side, they have access to professions like them.
I will tell you something if you really want to know
Yes,
the
yes,
access to rural.
I want to
Then
know.
I would suggest you go to there is a IOP Institute of Psychiatry in Real Khan Road. Just go and see the number of people who are coming from rural area every day. So they are understanding the importance of treatment now. Most of these
number is
districts,
increasing,
yes,
increasing.
it is
That's a good
increasing
part.
It's increasing.
significantly.
Good thing.
Even the district hospitals now, all of them have a psychiatry ward. And actually, they are completely full right now.
That's
Alright.
good.
There are
Good.
people coming in to take help. Like initially, what happened was they never thought beyond a general physician.
Okay.
But now, even a general physician says them ki this doesn't look medical anymore.
Hmm.
You might be having some psychosomatic issue. Go to a psychiatrist, or if they come with a complaints, they say please go for couple counseling. So obviously, till now they don't know exactly when to reach a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but they definitely know that this
There is
also
something
exists.
available.
This is
Yes.
this is very
Because
good.
That's
initially
very, very
psychiatry exists was not known to many people. They never knew ki when to come to us.
Hmm.
But now, fortunately, if you see the crowd of a psychiatry department of any, I'm not talking about private setups,
Hmm.
because over here appointments are not available for 2 to 3 weeks.
Hmm.
But when we see the government setups, we understand that even the backward class or the rural class is taking treatment, because obviously everyone can't afford
Of
private.
This is
course,
very
yes.
good. I'm just telling.
So when they come to a government OPD, you see their
I am
crowd.
background. I'm hailing from a rural area. Okay. I'm coming from a small place called Bethwadaguri. Have you heard the name?
Yeah.
Yes. Sir.
Bethwadaguri is 27 kilometers from Krishnanagar, right?
Yes.
Yes.
There is a hospital.
Okay.
That was a rural hospital.
Hmm.
Last year, a placard was placed over there,
Mhm.
and it was made a state general hospital. It's a very
Good.
nice thing, right?
Great.
There, they don't have doctor, madam. If someone get injured, they don't have doctor. They don't have a simple CT scan. They don't have X-ray. Leave it. They don't have any ambulance.
Oh.
This is the situation. I said, forget about this. Have you ever been to Purulia? Purulia is a really wonderful place. You should go there.
Yeah.
Everyone should visit there. You stay in winter.
Okay.
It looks awesome.
Full.
Purulia, you get to see many resorts and all. Just go there, have fun, spend some time. And if you manage to get some time, go to rural hospitals.
Okay.
Talk to the locals.
Mhm.
Talk to the locals, you will get the actual situation. Government should do something because government has huge fund. I'm telling you, for medicine, National Health Mission, huge fund. For state medicine, huge fund. We talk about many issues, but this particular issue, I'm legal expert. I'm the last person.
Yeah.
I'm the last person in this league because in for a divorce case, a lawyer should be last person one should visit.
Yeah.
They are the actual person with whom a person should go and talk.
Yes.
But first,
Unfortunately, it's not happening.
unfortunately, unfortunately,
It's
we
not
get the
happening.
first call.
First car.
Yes.
No, one thing like yeah, I agree with you both, but the thing is like yes, things are changing. Like for example, self-help group movement like across India, it's that's superb. So at least it's getting like they know that okay, I can earn even like the one-stop center concept. I think you were talking about that. So all district hospital across the country, they should have kind of one-stop center. What is it? It is actually like it's a kind of shelter, safe shelter. You will get kind of medical facilities. Like so, if any person, like any woman, face kind of domestic violence or any kind of this issue, so they can go there. They get counseling. So you don't have to go to separate places, and then you also get kind of legal support. So the problem is, as you were saying, that it is there, and the problem is there, but there is no linkages.
Oh.
So that's
one,
the challenge.
one more strange problem I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And the strange problem of our system. Being a part of the system, I need to say that. For example, legal aid is there, right?
Yeah.
A woman, irrespective of her income, is entitled to get free legal aid, right?
First.
For example, if you need a lawyer,
Mhm.
you need a best one, right?
Yeah.
Government is providing the free legal aid.
Yes.
You have right to choose your lawyer, but no,
No.
they have a panel, and maximum of the lawyers, with due respect to everyone, maximum of the lawyers, few of them are really good, and others are breathless.
Oh.
So you are forced to go to them. So what help you will get in every police station, there must be a woman police station.
Hmm.
Why is that?
Yeah.
After 8, we all are educated over here. We have the minimum facilities, maximum facilities. I'm suggesting you and your viewers to visit any police station after 11. The officer in charge will behave not less than Prime Minister of India. So where a woman or person will go?
Yeah, of course.
This is the issue. And about divorce thing is fine. Now stigma is removing, everything is fine. In the number of increasing, I will say this is good. I just said right now this is good. But end of the day, you need to There should be someone, right? There should
Mhm.
be someone. It's a response. We are the children of the state.
And as we are discussing also earlier, that marriage, like, so we don't have concept of premarital counseling because we think that we know
Exactly.
everything. So
Just coming to
sometimes we
that.
think that, okay, after marriage, then whenever we are having problem and then we are going for
Yeah.
divorce. But what about before marriage?
Before marriage.
And nowadays, still it's allowed, like, okay, the boy and girl is like knowing, getting to know each other. But otherwise, earlier days, no, like parents, they have decided your husband or wife, like now is to
वही
go and
शादी
get
के दिन
married.
देखेंगे
शादी के
एक
दिन
बार.
देखेंगे.
Exactly.
And we are obedient because so that's why like
I
we're
was
getting
just
married.
coming to that question that what major social and cultural changes have given rise to this divorce rate? So, in our society, Indian society, the culture and tradition, be it religion, everything is different, right? So, will it help the divorce rates? Like you said, that if they go for a premarital counseling. So, can you shed some light on that? That if they are belonging to different backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, different religious backgrounds, maybe they'll get married going against their families or
Right.
something. So, what's the solution if they want to continue in the marriage, like the counseling before the marriage, after the marriage? You can just shed some
Uh,
light on that.
I think before marriage, what sir spoke about the premarital counseling, that is important. And many couples nowadays come to us saying they want to test their compatibility in terms of emotion and mental. So if there is a test available, so these compatibility tests definitely helps at times. And as you said, if they are marrying from different cultural backgrounds, then definitely they should get some education and awareness of the cultural demands of that particular culture, like the religion that we are talking about, because every religion, every culture, though we all have certain common things, but obviously there are different demands that are placed from the daughter-in-law or the son-in-law. So before getting married, they should be aware of these expectations so they know if they are ready to deliver that or not. So if they are not, then better not to go for marriage, because love is between the couple, but actually marriage is always between the family. So you have to accept the family, their traditional values. Obviously, in the beginning, many a times couples say each other, ki no problem, we are very open-minded. In our family, everything is okay. And the moment you get married, after that, obviously, you will see slowly there are certain expectations that come. Ki the entire family is doing puja in the morning. And if you get a atheist girl in the house, so after some time you would expect her, ठीक है तुम कुछ मत करो, वहाँ बैठ के हाथ जोड़ो. तो वो बैठ के हाथ जोड़ो for her, who is an atheist, is a big demand because she doesn't
For
believe
her,
in God.
it's a waste
Yes.
of time. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
so
why.
that is the thing that you should be aware of. Ki what is exactly expected from me and what are their belief system. And it should be a very open communication. How much of those beliefs am I ready to take it?
I have a different perspective on this
Hmm.
from my professional point
Yes,
of
it
view.
has to be.
Uh, she was telling about love and all. Love is a wonderful thing, actually. And you were talking about data, right? So in my professional life, I have seen almost 80% divorce cases which our chamber, we did it. The result of love marriage. It's strange, right? It's love, too much love, and why ended up in divorce? Isn't Sir will put some light on it, but I'm giving some hint. For example, if you're dating someone, you are going to meet him for say once in a week or twice in a week for 2 hours, 3 hours. You'll give your best. That guy will give his best. He will feel everything nice, a rosy thing, a wonderful thing. He's a nice person. The day you will get married, you will get to see that person for 24 into 7. You will see his bad side, you will see his worst side, you will see everything. So there, sometime you won't be able to adjust. And second aspect, a major aspect, we may say it, we may not say it, but admit it. It's a fact. It's not a very good thing. Northeast India is different. It's a matriarchal society. In our society, end of the day is something like as a patriarchal society. Accept it. মানে it's not like ওই বলে না বাংলায় উট পাখির মতো হয়ে লাভ নেই যে what is there, it is there. And I'm not glorifying it. It's not good. It's bad. So issue is when you are into courtship, the opinion matters. 50-50. Your opinion, our opinion, his opinion matters. But the day you were getting married, in honeymoon period, 6 months, everything will be like that. After that, the male ego start coming. I am right. That I am right creates the issue, not the family. I will not say that. I will not say that not the family, because two-person are in, from love marriage. Two-person are getting married. They should adjust a bit, a bit. The boy should adjust a bit. The girl should adjust a bit. If they adjust a bit, it will continue. It will run nicely. If they cannot adjust amongst themselves, say for example, just she said atheist girl, should we respect her belief? Fine. And even when Indian society we're talking about, we are a strange person. Why? Have you ever been to Khajuraho?
Yes,
Khajuraho, you've seen the sculptures, right?
of course.
So 37, and coming from another aspect, 377 as like homosexuality, right? Homosexuality was a criminal offense in India. It was.
Yeah.
Why? It is not there that it is in our culture. Khajuraho sculpture says so. Konark sculpture says so. We worship Ardhanarishwar, right?
Exactly.
So when we talk about homosexuality, which talk about let's say LGBTQ and all, we think it's a different class, different pride flag. It came with a Western concept. No, it is our
Our
concept.
concept. Right.
So it is Indian society. We have everything. Atheism. Atheism is also a part of Hinduism. We have everything, but we cannot take this. Aham Brahmasmi. It's a part of Hinduism, right? Advaitavad, when I'm the one, is a part of Hinduism. So we take mold everything in our own way, which suits us. But to have a good family, everyone needs to compromise. Everyone needs to adjust. Not compromise, a very bad word. Everyone needs to
Needs to
adjust a
adjust.
bit.
Yeah. Be
Then
more acceptable
exactly,
towards
and
each
if
other.
they cannot,
Hmm.
if they cannot, then my suggestion will be just go couple. Simple.
Go for a divorce.
But don't want to kill each other.
Exactly.
No, I think in love marriage, the challenge is like the tolerance level. So when you are in that relationship, as you were saying, that okay, it's a kind of equal thing, and the tolerance level is low because it's a kind of choice. But in arranged marriage, it's a kind of compulsion. You have to be there. So like as you said, that okay, whether you put it as an adjustment or compromise, you
Right.
have to do this. But here, because we treat each other equal, and if there is something goes wrong, definitely then the tolerance level immediately get thrashed kind of thing.
I
So
know.
immediately we react. The thing is like then we don't discuss. That's the problem.
Exactly.
So whenever we
Communication.
are in love, every day we are just renewing it. We are talking about it. We are talking about relationship. But once you get married, then you don't discuss about it.
Hmm.
You discuss about some other things, but not about
This
love,
is
the kind of
taken for
respect.
But
granted.
I
Taken for
also think
granted.
in love marriage, expectations are more because you feel I know the person and he should do anything for me. But in arranged marriage, people go with low expectation ki let's see how much my partner will accommodate.
No,
So you're more with a mindset of adjustment.
okay.
So there is love is the kind of first priority. Here is the kind of society,
Yes.
family is the priority. So that
No,
is
society
the
That's the
priority in
reason
both
that
ways
in
are there.
arranged
Yeah.
marriage,
But here
marriages are
lecture on
surviving more.
financial
Well,
this thing.
in my
Because the
profession, I have seen
mindset,
couple. I have
Ah.
seen couples say they were in love for 10 years and then got married, and within a year they got divorced.
right?
I've seen that. Even I have seen that arranged marriage, both family equally economically stable. They are successful in their life. They have
got divorced.
different household and all, but marriage didn't work for 1 week. I was telling, just giving one example. I didn't take the name. I was not taking the name. A guy was there. Background of that person was IIT IIM, right? He was working in a very high position. He was earning in crores, and the girl, daughter of very well-known bureaucrat, she was a US citizen, and they got married. And the marriage didn't last for a year. No, why? Reason, so during their marriage, they got some gifts, and they got some cash. So in that cash, the guy said, we'll buy a camera. The girl said, why? It's my money too. The price of the camera was hardly 40 to 45,000.
Okay.
It was nothing for them. But that was the reason for that divorce. Arranged marriage, I'm giving another example. So we don't speak. That's the problem. If I love someone, if my family creates pressure on me, I'll say I love someone, I won't get married. Normal. Khatam karo yaar. There's an instance, a couple, they got married. family after seeing everything. They saw each other for 2 3 months. Everything was nice. On the first night of the Bova reception, the girl came out from the room within half an hour. She started creating scene. She went outside. She lodged a complaint. The guy was arrested. Why? Allegation was the guy was important.
Oh,
Within half an
half
hour, she
an
would
hour marriage got
understand
annulled.
the guy was important. So in half an hour, everything was. The father of the guy was shocked and said, "What?"
So
Then they got medical tested and everything. There's nothing, no importance
nothing
was there.
wrong with the guy.
So what was the reason? The girl was in love with some other person. By force, they got married, and she wanted to get out of that. And for this, all this thing, all this drama.
Got it.
So this happens. This happens. And same with the guy. Even I have seen a very highly educated person. I told him why. At the end of the day, I told him why. Could have said, I don't want to get married. His father chose someone. He said, fine. They have a very good business, a big business. It's fine. I will not do that. I'll get married as per your wish. He got married. They had a healthy relationship. They had a baby. Everything is nice. But he was having baby with someone else too. So this happens. This happens. You should speak up. If you like someone, say. If you don't like someone, say. But don't spoil each other's life.
Right.
Simple.
Yeah.
But
So
maybe then you lose the property on his father.
yeah.
So maybe that can be the reason.
What is
So it
more
is-
important, sir? Life. There's nothing, nothing
true.
precious than life.
Life. Yeah.
If your life is shattered, your mental peace is shattered, and what you will do with the money?
Ultimately, then you'll go to jail or you'll have some other kind of problem. That's true. We don't speak.
Mm.
And specifically in like relationship
No,
and
it's still a taboo.
Yeah.
It's changing. It's changing. It's a good part, but still it's a taboo.
No, like in any situation, like if you your parent will decide someone, you have to get married. But even if you say that, okay, I love this girl, even in all equal these things, so social status, kind of religion, everything is okay. But no, you can't choose your partner because that's like parents' the rights.
And that's more for girls.
Yeah.
Still, it's more for
More
girls.
for girls. So love marriage for us, like in our society, still it's a kind of taboo.
So the next question that I would like to ask is, are the couples today they are less willing to make it work, or they are more aware about how a healthy relationship should be like?
As a clinical psychologist, I would go with the later. They are more aware of what the healthy relationship should be like, because when a couple comes to us, they can understand what is becoming toxic. Like in the morning today, I was doing a couple counseling, like not a couple counseling, I'm seeing someone after being separated. So obviously in the beginning, she was very upset about it. And then she came to me to take help that, okay, I want to get out of this 10 years marriage. And she explained me the reason is that I kept on making it work. I was assuming this person will change because this person was having a lot of abusive behaviors. Like at times hitting the girl when he's having alcohol. Apart from that, there was a scenario where he used to be very demanding. Ki your parents cannot meet as much, you cannot go to your house much. And she kept on adjusting because it was a love marriage. So she somehow felt that my parents will judge my choice, that it was my independent choice. So I should make it work as much as possible. There were days where this man would be enclosed in the room because he doesn't want to talk to anyone. And then at that time, he's completely shutting off with the wife also. So there were phases where a lot of these things happened. Like she became pregnant twice, and both the times she had to abort because he said, I don't want a child. And obviously, pregnancy also at times become like aborting a pregnancy when you want a child becomes very traumatic. So with all this also, she kept on making it work, thinking, okay, he will change. I will try to make him better person. Let's go for couple counseling.
Yeah.
And before me, she already went to a couple counselor, but she said nothing worked. And then she came to me, ki, ma'am, now I know ki this is abusive. I am in a toxic relationship for years. And I really think now I should get out of this because my life is not heading anywhere. I'm working. My parents are ready to support me after they have heard. My friends are also telling me that after 10 years, if you couldn't change a man, then
Yeah.
it's not possible.
amount
And
of
then
time
after
is
that, she
enough.
was sensible. She went for a psychometry for the male.
Oh, wow.
And then she saw that, okay, there are personality issues in him, and some of them are chronic ones. There is bipolarity. So with these disorders, she understood that maybe it will take few more years for him to maybe come back to normal. That too, if he agrees for a continuous treatment. But every time that continuous treatment is not something which is acceptable to other person, because if you don't accept I have a problem, why will you go for the treatment? So then she decided, okay, I have worked enough, I have tried enough. Now it's the time I should get out of it. I should not be the victim anymore.
Yeah, so I think this is a very good example for people who are in this kind of a relationship, right?
Yes.
Now, if you've not been
Please
able to
think of
change
getting out.
a man in years, you will never be able to change it. I
Yes.
think same goes for a woman also, any
Yes.
human
Any,
being.
Either
any
of
human
them.
being, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you should start in the beginning to think of changing them, talk to them, involving their
And it's
family, but
counseling.
you should
Nobody's
know when
actually
to
going.
stop trying and when to move out.
Just go and ask someone and tell him that you need a counseling.
Right.
He or she will say, or actually will say, you have some mental disorder.
Yeah,
But
but I think
counseling is important. That is important. What you will
course.
understand, the marriage counseling, again, the things they are doing is very nice. The marriage counseling is needed. I just said we should be the last person to do it. We should be the last person to do it. They should go to them. They should talk. If it is okay, leave it. If it is not okay, then leave it.
Yeah,
Simple.
exactly. So for and I think the audience like they should understand counseling doesn't mean that okay you have to be with your partner. So it's
Exactly.
like getting more clarity. So whether like you can go ahead with or not, as I think both of them said. So getting clarity, you need counseling, and then both of you, like it's a couple counseling. Also, you understand the kind of weakness and strength of your relationship. It may work, it may not work, but then you are going with clarity. So what will happen after that? The guilt and the blame. So sometimes like relationship didn't work, so always I'll blame the other person. So but if you go for counseling and you get clarity, you won't blame. At the same time, you feel guilty that I didn't work enough to like keep my relationship. That also ultimately with guilt you can't live your life.
And we love to do that actually. Why I'm saying we love to do that? I'm giving an example of two couples. One couple, they are in relationship, they were in relationship for 10 years. Normally my client, we are friends even. We said, why you are not planning family? The guy used to say, I would rather keep a dog. That's fine, normal, it's his choice. Then after that, at the age of 36, 37, they plan for a family. The girl was having some problem, it's quite normal, 36, 37. So she had a miscarriage. And the whole blame went onto that girl. No, you are the person, you won't be able to give me a family. From there, everything started and they got divorced. One issue. And second issue, a guy and girl was there. The girl was having some problem. They have tried IVF. They couldn't conceive, but fine. They said, okay, we love each other. We are with each other. So what they are doing now, they are traveling the world. Together, they are traveling the world. It's a nice love story. So it's about mentality. And I was telling him, the human, we is human. We are by nature polygamous and slightly by force monogamous. Why I'm saying so? We love to see different people. We love to meet different people in different way. If we have sexual urges, and at the same time, we can stick to a person throughout our life. This is our nature. If we
Yeah.
deny that, it's like denying the fact. And we always try to find fault of others. You are at fault. I am clean. I have no issue. I tried the baby at a later stage. My wife couldn't conceive. Maybe my fault. Maybe I have problem. Maybe my sperm count is less. Anything is well. The guy is always right. And on the other hand, the girl is wrong. And the difference are also there. In some cases, the girl thinks say prenatal the after having the baby. I'm just forgetting the term you want to say.
Postnatal.
So
Postnatal.
a few days back, a issue or client called me up. He said, "Sir, there is something serious thing. I know what happened. And my wife tried to kill my son. I know what's the age of your son.
Postpartum
Postpartum.
psychosis.
I know what's the age of your
Yeah.
son. He said 7 days. I know why. I said, why? When I don't know, after delivery, she is over angry, she is behaving strangely. He should have called a psychiatrist, right?
Yeah,
He should have called a counselor, but he called me.
directly called
He
them.
called me directly.
Ah.
So we need to understand this.
Hmm.
For even for animal, even for animal, if you go to a jungle or something like that, if you say one herd of elephants and all, the elephant is carrying his
Baby.
baby. If you pass, the elephant will charge you. It's normal. It's in nature.
Hmm.
We are animals.
Right.
And we have issue at girl after having she may think my whole career is doomed.
Yes.
My career I will be changing diapers, I'll be reading the
Another
baby.
part is they also feel that their attention from the
Yes.
partner is divided.
Yes.
Okay, now my husband loves someone else also, so at times you become raven of your own baby.
And physiological changes also
Yes.
happen during that time,
So-
the hormonal changes.
So basically,
So we don't understand the normal people. Actually, we are not aware about all those
Right.
things.
exactly.
So
that's why it's-
yeah, so
And
that
we
is
don't
what-
discuss. We
discuss.
don't
Yeah.
discuss.
And
But
these things need to
after
be
knowing
discussed.
knowing the issue, I called one of my friend. I said, Dada, all this are happening. Man, I just got a call and I was shocked. I'm saying this for the first time. And nobody called me like with this problem. He started laughing. This is the issue. Well, he said he's a doctor.
Huh.
This is the issue. We should discuss now. We should talk about it. But
Yes.
nobody is talking about.
Right.
And for this, all the problems are going on. The simple thing.
So even normal process like menstruation, now we are talking at least to some extent. But see, I'm like this kind of issues we are not aware about, and then we are not discussing. So I think that is where like the media and other like the films and all, it's happening, but not in that manner. So this kind of issues can happen, like the menopausal that menopause phase,
Depression.
the kind of problem they go through. The men also have certain kind of issues that we should discuss, because that
Right.
sometimes create problem which like leads to divorce and other kind of
And
relationship
sometimes we
issues.
must admit we do not know everything. But we are illiterate in some subject. We must admit that. For example, after having 15 years of practice in this legal sector, I had no idea about this particular thing. It's my fault. Nobody's fault. I should have understood
No,
it.
I
I
think
should have
it's humanly not possible to know
no,
everything.
no, what I'm
Yeah.
saying, same with that particular person, because we do not know, because nobody is discussing, right?
Discussing about
Right.
it. Nobody is talking
Nobody-
about it.
So under the arts, we know everything under the art.
Mhm.
So we know how world works, how world politics work. We know how to send a Mangalyan. We know everything. We discuss every damn thing. Just go to any tea shop in the morning. You will hear they are making policy statements. Policy, they are talking about foreign affairs, even aviation. They know
Everybody
everything.
is an expert.
But basic things we are ignoring. We need to understand the basic things.
And
Right.
we don't work as a team.
Mhm.
So, like for
That's very
example, if
important.
someone is coming to me and then I know that okay, acha, if you need some kind of legal suggestion, so I know that okay, go to Mr. Tiwari and like he will give you the best suggestion. I'm not the kind of expert.
Yes.
Similarly, when someone is coming
Same,
to him,
same.
he can refer to the okay, go
Mm.
to her
Yeah.
and then we'll get the suggestion.
Right.
So that is the kind of I would say that environment if we can create. I think I'm not saying that okay whether the divorce rate will go high or less, but the kind of violence that we are facing, the kind of problem they are
Exactly.
facing in relationship, that can go down.
No,
Right.
even in good hospitals, I'm telling you.
Sure.
Even in good hospitals, after delivery of a baby, doctors sit with parents, right?
Correct.
Right.
They should tell.
Give this
Exactly.
information.
They should
Very
tell.
We should
very
suggest
true.
the
They should
There
tell.
should be
counseling.
psychoeducation of
Exactly.
some kind.
So,
Okay,
just
these are the issues can come.
summarizing the whole point of divorce, if I have to stay at this point, so you need a counseling before you get married.
Yes.
You need a counseling after you get married. You need a counseling before you have a baby
To
to
decide
decide
both
whether
the-
you can have a baby or not.
Right.
And then you need a counseling after you have a baby. So people who are accepting or saying that counseling or psychological help is not needed, you are wrong. Please to the camera. for
Yes.
the viewers,
So
please.
basically, please understand counseling is not only for psychiatric disorders. It's not for people who are insane or mentally ill. Because when people come to us, many of them tell me this, कि मैम मेरे को लगा मैं आऊंगी तो लगेगा मैं पागल हूँ. So every person need to discuss certain concerns of theirs, and it is okay to go for just a normal visit to clear your day-to-day doubts.
Of course.
And-
Because it's not like you need to have a diagnosis to visit a psychologist or a psychiatrist. You can visit us anytime and just clear your day-to-day doubts. कि, okay, I want to have a child. Do you think I'm ready? So we are ready to answer those simple questions also, because it will make your life just a little less complicated and more smoother.
Sometimes you just need another person to talk to, but your friend
Absolutely.
or your close ones is not the right person to talk to. It's a professional. You should go and speak to a professional person about your problem so that the feedback you get is helping you. And it doesn't end there. Even after having a baby or after getting married, you are, for suppose you're getting divorced, you again need to go for counseling, right? To
Yeah,
get
I
And-
think
some
nowadays
and
people
one
are
more
going for
thing,
this life coaching,
I
which
will,
is a very good
life
concept.
coaching.
yeah, I, I have a different view. I have different view
Awesome. Please
towards
go
life.
ahead. Yes.
You need to talk to the person whom you know the most.
Yes.
Whom you need to stand in front of a mirror.
Hmm.
The person whom you are seeing,
Right.
you need to talk to that person. You need to give time to that person. So
Agreed.
in a
Agreed.
year, if it is possible, for the person for whom it is possible, I will suggest you. I will suggest everyone. When I am generally suggest everyone to go for a solo trip. Don't use your mobiles.
Yes.
Go for your solo trip. Don't use your mobiles for even for 2 days, even for 3 days. Then again, go with your partner. If
Got it.
necessary, you can take your baby. If necessary, you should not take your baby. Go for 1 day, go for 2 days, go for 3 days. That amount is possible for you. You just talk.
Yes.
Keep your
Quality
mobile
time.
aside.
And thank you very much for bringing this. Actually, sometimes
Yes.
we just, our relationships start with sacrifices
Right.
and show personal love, personal care. That is important. Like you, individually, you should be happy first. Then only like that you can make others happy. But
Right.
in our society, we try to make others happy. And then I feel that, okay, I'm sacrificing. At the end of the day, then we will feel burdened. And then like you start fighting with each other. So you don't keep the space and you don't give time
That's
to
what
yourself.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and you don't
No,
know
what I
the
And
would
then
way
you,
say,
So
I
I
think
think
you
it's a
have the
very
it's
good
like
cycle.
tendency.
हम तो डूबे हैं सनम आपको भी ले
आपको
डूबेंगे.
डूबेंगे.
I'm unhappy. Why you should be happy?
Yes.
Right.
And also, when you are unhappy, I think you have a tendency to blame the other person for being unhappy.
Hmm.
You don't ask the question that if I'm unhappy, maybe I'm also responsible for it. But you tend to blame your family,
That's
your
what we do.
kids, or yeah. So, what do you fall it in your?
It is called projection. Like it's a
Projection.
defense called projection, where you put everything on the other person. अगर मेरे life में कुछ भी problem है,
So yeah,
this is because of the other person. So first of all, we have to accept that if relationship is not working, it cannot be one person's fault. Because at times a couple comes to me and say कि my wife gets angry so easily. So I said, okay, when she got angry, what did you do? I also shouted. I said, so you triggered her. If for 5 minutes you could keep your mouth shut and let her get her anger out, then there would be no fight. So at times you have to support each other's weaknesses as a couple also. Okay, she has the short temperament issue where she gets angry. So for 5 minutes, if she's getting angry, I will ignore. She will calm down. She cannot talk to the wall alone for more than 5-10 minutes. If there is no response from the other side, she will get
and in
calmer.
relationship, we
Same with
focus,
the
in
female.
relationship, we
Female.
focus on individuals, but it's more of a kind of joint account, you know?
Yes.
So where every time like you need to check, you need to invest, you need to withdraw, and you need to also sometimes update your bank account kind of thing. So relationship is like that. So it's not two individuals; it's a relationship. What we call R. So you need to also be aware that okay, how our relationship works. Maybe for them it's something different. For us, it's and we need to define that. So once we define, then definitely we can work on, we can invest. But otherwise, like investing each other. So I'm just talking to two individuals. It's not two individuals. It's a kind of team. So to work as a team, definitely we have to have team rule. It's not individual rule. So that is the way I think all relationship if we think of and if we can work on, then definitely, as I said, that okay, the kind of toxic relationship, it may calm down.
Yes.
And last thing, just from where it started,
Yes.
I will just like to say, try. If everything goes nice, if you both are happy, not only you happiness. If you both are happy, give it a try. Live it. I mean LIVE, live it. And if it doesn't work, then leave it.
Chaliye,
Very true. Very true.
Yes.
And you know, in a relationship, like then when we are in love, then we share our weaknesses also.
Right.
And when we are in problem, we use that as a tool for
Exactly.
like
That's
to fight against each
major
other.
thing. Major thing is human nature. You will know it better. For example, we suppose a couple had a problem. for one issue or something like that about his past life, past
Right?
affairs, and all everything. When things start getting worse, we bring out that issue
That
first.
issues.
Right.
And I have paid you for like
Yes,
5 rupees or
yes.
10 rupees. That also like we start
Yeah.
discussing. That time it was kind of love. Now it's like
And
okay, I'm
it's for
giving
both,
both.
not
For
only
both.
not
For
only
both.
male or female. It's
No,
for
no, no. It's
both.
for
It's a
both.
both.
We do that. We do that as society, as human being, we do that.
Yes.
Say we know this is a weak part. For example, I'm telling you, a couple, they had previous relationship and there they might have physical, no problem. Two individual, adult individual, they are into physical relationship. It's not a bar. Criminally, there is no bar. And we discussed it. We tell our partner about it, and since some problem arises, we bring out that issue.
Yeah.
You slept with that person. That is your
You
nature.
did this thing. You did that. And
That happens.
yeah,
That happens.
So from the legal, we'll come to you a little later. From the legal point of view, when it comes to divorces, how much importance does emotional torture, or we always talk about domestic violence? So emotional torture is also a kind of violence, right? So what recognition does Indian law give to this as far as divorces are concerned?
In different cases, cruelty has been defined in many manners. For example, snoring is also a form of mental cruelty. Why? Upper, your husband is sleeping beside you and you are getting a noise of different war from there. You cannot sleep. That is also a form of mental cruelty now. It has been defined from time to time. Law is dynamic. Law is not static. Law is changing every day. Law is being changed. Law is being revived. I just said it will break down. That is under the policy. That is under discussion. So previously, that was a concept was like that. Marriages are made in heaven. You cannot break that. Now things are changing. Our law is changing. So there are many grounds. For example, desertion. For desertion, you need to prove 7 years. 7 years, the person is not untraceable. Why 7 years? You should be thinking that way. A person who didn't bother me about 1 year or 2 years, that should be come down to that place. But 7 years, some cruelty and other things. Adultery is not a ground for divorce anymore. But adultery, I'm not saying in a ground or something like that. If someone is not happy with me,
Yes.
that is we are say sometimes we get confused. Marital rape is a issue, is a fact. You cannot ignore. But all things, law is changing, law is considering that sometimes our courts behaves in a zombie way. Or being a lawyer, even I am saying so. Because some high courts say marital rape is true, some high courts say no marital, there is nothing called marital rape. It's a typical thing, but it is there. So law is changing every day and things are changing. So cruelty part has its different angle. First. Second, earlier used to alimony I was telling about during divorce alimony you get. But here income plays the role. Income of the wife, income of the husband.
Okay.
Is a plays the role. Even I'm saying so, even a husband can claim maintenance. The law is that. Why? For example, a wife is earning 10 rupees, husband is earning 5 rupees, or make it round 4 rupees, 14 rupees. Their living standard is for 14 rupees, right? So now at this juncture, husband can claim maintenance. This is changing.
Okay.
So
That's very
law is changing, and I believe after 10 or 15 years, everything will be more simplified. Everything will be more simplified. Everything will be more easier. Say counseling is there. Court is sending for counseling before divorce. In many cases, we have seen court is asking the couple to go spend some time, then come back. All these are happening. Mediation a chapter is there. They try to solve it, and I just said divorces. I would say 5 seconds or 6 seconds matter. 13 VA mutual consent. And another thing is there. Our courts needs to change it. Our laws should change. That is a divorce on contest. Two person are contesting. One person say I will not stay with him, or other person say I will not give divorce. So it will court should think that it cannot work.
Cannot work. It's
First,
definitely.
and second, another strange thing is there. That is, it sounds nice. Your viewers will understand. So in our law, there is a provision called restitution of conjugal rights. What the hell is that? Now, what the hell is restoration of conjugal rights? How can a court pass order that I need to stay with someone? I'm a
Yeah.
human being, right?
Yeah.
Our constitution gives me right. How a court can say that yes, restitution of the conjugal right should be there. The court can pass decree for restitution of the conjugal rights. What is conjugal rights?
So actually, we
I,
are
I
forcing.
yes, I need not need not explain. Now mobile is available with everyone. They can
They
Google.
will Google. Yeah.
So what is conjugal rights? How can a court say? So these are changing now.
Mm.
So I say the law is dynamic. Law is changing every day. It's changing rapidly. I believe within 10 to
So
15 years.
basically, you're saying it's contradictory in itself. Like, if you don't recognize marital rape, which is actually a thing, at the same time, you're saying that,
Restoration of conjugal rights. Why?
restitution of funds. So
Strange thing.
it's contradictory in themselves.
And then
So,
few things are there. I believe with the time it will change. The alimony part I said. Recently, I will not take name. Recently, you have seen a famous wife of a famous cricketer. She is getting 4 lakhs. She wants 10 lakhs. Why?
yes.
Everyone is educated. You got married, you got divorced, you are getting money. Why 10 lakhs?
Yeah.
Work. Worst side I am saying, the 2 cases of stigma in my life. I still feel bad. 2 cases. One case, what happened? A rickshaw puller, someone sent me his, Dada, please do it. I know him. Sure, I will do it. A rickshaw puller, court passed one order, trial court, that you have to give alimony of 7,000 rupees per month. He stays in a small hut, Jhopri basically. I prefer revision application. And what court said, ask your client to paddle more. It's about one of the worst case I still remember from my initial days. A guy was there. He got married, and on the night he approached his wife, and wife says, yeah, my father was ill, so I did some puja and all. So during this time, we won't do anything. Fine. That much understanding should be there. That was there. After that, in the Bengali marriage, there's a Ashtamangala or something like that. And he and his wife went for Ashtamangala, that Jor and Bijor. Then he came back, his wife came. The brother-in-law of his wife brought her to the house. The night they were sleeping, husband and wife. Around 2:30, he woke up and he couldn't find his wife beside him. He was searching for her, and just beside, adjacent room, he got some noises. He went there and found that his wife and brother-in-law of his wife, they were making out. Yes, it may sound bad, and it created chaos. The village area, it created chaos. Everyone came, caught them red-handed. They left. Everything ended. Khatam. After that, in village area, divorce doesn't work. After almost 2 years, he got a notice. That guy. Notice of what? Notice paying for alimony for the wife and for a baby. After 2 years. Just mind the time after 2 years.
2 years.
So that was challenged. It's not my baby. That time any Tiwari case didn't come. So DNA test was not open. DNA test was not permissible at the time. That order was challenged before the High Court. This is, I remember the name of the judge. This is Alwalia was there. He said, Mr. Tiwari, I can understand, but cannot help you. Adultery is a ground, but that must be a continuous form of adultery. So at the end of the day, he had to pay the alimony for the wife and for the kid, which was not his. So this is the bad side of legal system. Now things are changing again. Now things are changing after any Tiwari case. DNA test is there. After DNA test, everything is now in place. But that time, that guy, I still remember his face. After losing the case, I remember the case was in court number 28, High Court. So outside, he said he was looking pale. He was looking shattered. He said, Sir, কার জন্য টাকা দেব? For whom I should pay? So this is the situation. But now things are changing. I said law is dynamic. Everything is changing. I think after within a few years, everything will fall in place. They're just saying the 18th century's law cannot solve 21st century's problem.
Understood.
And things are changing now. Say we have seen the BNS has come, BNSS has come, evidence has exchanged. Earlier, what used to happen, the chats, communication, mails, those were not considered as evidences. Now
They
this
are
is there.
evidences.
That is changing.
So, coming to the rising case of divorces, if you think of, so do you think a financial background of the woman or in the relationship or the man in the relationship is a factor which is the leading cause of the divorce, or sometimes it doesn't let the divorce take place at all?
Uh, I would like to share with an example that if we talk 15, 20 years back, definitely it was a restricting factor for divorce. Because when the women were not working, like 2 days back, I was seeing this woman who came to me with her daughter. She was around 55 years mother, I think, and daughter was above 18, so I can't even report it as POSCO now.
Correct.
So this female admitted in front of me that she was being sexually abused by her father, biological father. And then the sister who came with her elder sister, she said, I have gone through the same from my childhood, from say 8, 9 years of age, and it continued for many years. So when I asked the mother, are you aware of it? She said, yes, my daughters told me long time back. I said, did you talk to your husband about it? She said, no, he's having other affairs. If I talk to him, then things will be more awkward for me because I can't leave the marriage. I have to stay with this man. So I said, why? What is the reason if you know your husband is abusing your daughters? He has abused multiple people in the family, different females are going for multiple sexual affairs. So she said, because how will I survive otherwise? My parents are not there. My brother will not take care of me. I don't have a son who can earn for me later. I have two daughters. In our society, daughters cannot support the parents after marriage. So ultimately, if I leave my husband, where do I go? And what do I do? So what I understood over there, key financial dependence on husband is such a strong factor that woman used to accept anything. Because as he sir was just saying, ki patriarchal family, patriarchal family, I completely agree. We have to accept that the society was patriarchal. Male was the leading earning member, and females were absolutely dependent on them, and they had this fear. If he leaves me, what will happen to me? Male did not have that fear. Now, fortunately, things are changing. With financial independence, woman has a choice that she can leave a bad marriage.
Okay.
But obviously, financial independence doesn't mean that women will get out of marriage, because even financially independent women want marriage support. Like,
Yes.
marriage is not just for money. It's also getting that emotional support, love that as a human we all need. So financial independence definitely may not lead to divorce, but financial dependence, yes, you do stay in toxic, abusive marriage, whatever you call it. This is my clinical experience.
And also social safety and security. Like when you are a kind of married woman, then like you are social,
Yes.
as he was, I think, mentioning that. So society sees you in different way. But when you are like out of the marriage, they take it kind of like take for granted, and like that also they see in different manner. So I think that kind of pressures also they feel. So it's not only the finance part of it, but also the kind of decision taking a part of it, and also emotionally, that emotional support, because sometimes even the family, the like parents, if they are not well off, but at least they support that, okay, come back to our places, we'll support you. That also helps. But if they don't get that kind of support, then definitely
They
that's
take.
a kind of problem.
They take it like this. This is our fate. They
Yeah,
leave
this-
everything on fate.
Language.
So financial support, financial stability is good. And for divorce and all everything, it's not only about financial support. Sometimes we have seen a very another example, a very well known person. He used to work in a very high position. His wife was not financially strong. She was facing torture for years, 10 years, 15 years. And after that, one day she thought, no, this cannot go on. So she came out. She's doing something nice on her own because she chose life.
Yeah.
She chose life. So now this is happening because financial part is there. Say, for example, government, I'm talking about government, be it state, be it central, be it anything. There are many things, right? There are many schemes, there are many things. If we use that, if you use that in a nice way, we can get out of any situation financially. So we need to know that. And divorce is a part. Divorce is not, again, I am starting from where I started. Divorce is increasing. I will not take it in a bad way. I will take it in a good way. Surviving, getting divorced is thousand times better than surviving
In an
on a bad
abusive
marriage.
relationship. Yeah. So, sir, for this law part of it, like ma'am mentioned this example where the daughters were being sexually abused by their biological father. So, I would like some kind of advice from you, the legal part basically, a mother who is going through this with her daughters or sons, children, whatever. What kind of legal support is there for these kind of parents who want to get out of the marriage also and want the safety for their kids
Two,
outside?
two
Yeah.
aspect.
Okay.
There are social aspect, three aspect, financial aspect, legal aspect. First, social aspect. We love to hide things. We love to hide things. A father, say, I'm a woman, right? For example, I'm a woman. My husband is abusing my own daughter. If I say it publicly, that will bring shame in the family. So silent. Kuch mat bolo. Second, financial. My husband is a earning member. If I lodge complaint,
Well,
he will be in jail. What will be my condition?
well,
So, chup raho. Third point, legally. Yes, legally she can lodge a complaint. Legally she can take steps. Legally she's government is there to help her. Different NGOs are there to help her. Different, so for example, Women Commission, National Commission for Women, State Commission for Women are there to help the lady in distress. They can approach them. So legally, there is no issue. Legally, all aspects are there. And to be self-sufficient in life, schemes are there, different projects are there. Now everything is just a click away. You can check it in your smartphone. You can check what can help you, how you can get help. So again, I am saying that if things are going on, as I was saying, if you're gonna change someone in 10 years, you won't be able to change her in next 5 years even. So a culprit should be punished. A culprit should be a person who is abusing, sexually exploiting his own daughter. He's not a human being even.
of course
So
not.
that should be treated in that way.
No.
What will be my financial condition? What will be what society thinks? The more important, the future of the child.
Child, the safety of the
5 or 10 years back, I'm telling you, it's all very common. Sexual abuse for child. It was very common in each and every family.
child.
It was like we used to think it's normal.
It's normal.
And
Yeah, again, it's
a
normal.
boy is there pulling down his pant. It's fun. It's not fun.
Yeah.
A girl is there touching her inappropriately. It's cool. It's not cool. It's bad. So we need to understand this. We need to understand the basic things. We need to understand the mental pressure of that kid, of that boy, or that particular girl.
Mm.
So I'm again saying things are changing. Things are changing. Someday, someday, I believe we will grow up. Someday we'll be able to understand it. We'll not judge people for their sexuality. We'll not judge people for their appearance. The only body structure will not determine his or her nature. Someday it will happen, and that is not possible only through law. All through law you can
Right.
punish them.
I think the
Through
hypocrisy of the society needs to go
Exactly.
first.
exactly,
I know where
exactly,
it is.
exactly.
Very true.
Whatever is happening
Just
in one
the
family, the other family.
strength of speaking out.
This
Yes,
gossiping
yes,
is
they should
crunchy,
be
crunchy,
accepted.
Basically, you
crunchy.
should have the
Scrunchy
daring to
gossip.
speak out, and then you will get the support surely.
Yeah,
But the
like you're
first step
talking about
is
gossip. Maybe the same thing is happening in his own family, but the
Yes.
person is going and gossiping about the neighbors. But you're in the same boat. Maybe he draws happiness from the fact
No,
that it
no,
is not
I'm just,
happening to me
Exactly.
only.
Because
You
you
have
have
to
to
I'm just
justify
giving
justify
you
your
a strange
position.
example of a
Yes,
very famous
you.
person. He openly says that
Mhm.
politically I have differences, but that decision I just salute him, I guess right now. Do you remember our ex-CM Buddha Bhattacharya?
Yes, of course.
His daughter,
Mm.
right?
Right.
Mentally, he was a man. Mentally, he was a man. When he said he will undergo one exchange operation, whole society reacted in weird way, strange way. Why? No one is paying her bills.
They,
No one is taking care of her. She was maintaining herself, and she was carrying a body. Her soul was different. Her body was different.
Right.
So normal, accept it. In one hand, you were worshipping Ardhanarishwar. I said you were
Exactly.
worshipping Ardhanarishwar. In one hand, you were saying all these things. Same. So we have opinion for everyone, right? Someone is getting there, oh, with the divorce, they have some problem. Ache problem, bhai. Accept it.
That same person might be having a lot of marital problem in
Yes.
his or her life, but just
Right.
because they're not going for a divorce, someone else getting a divorce becomes a big thing for that person. So,
Exactly.
so that
Exactly. Again, I'm
is the
saying it's
case.
not only law, because law cannot change everything. It's a cumulative effort should be needed. Law, social organization, people like ma'am and sir, people like you educated, exactly educated. I'm not talking about that book you have on enough degrees and all.
Knowledgeably
Uh,
educated.
exactly educated person. They should understand this. They should make people aware of it. They should talk to them, even to their house helps.
Mm.
Even to their house help, the person who do not access to everything, they should talk to them. It's normal. It's normal. Make it normal. Life is, we are living in a complex life. Don't make it more complex.
Absolutely.
So we have come to the end of the whole discussion. How
Really?
are
We
the
spoke about this.
children getting affected by parents either going for a divorce or being in a bad relationship but still not going for a divorce?
So, again, I would say, like to explain with a case only, which I recently saw. So, this husband and wife, I had given them a questionnaire to fill for their child. Because when we do a psychometry, at times you have to take certain questions from the parents. So, I saw that after the first question, they started fighting. You don't know, you don't know. And then obviously the wife was saying, I know the child the best. I was sitting there after 5 minutes of their argument. I thought I have to intervene, otherwise this will never get over. So I said, okay, who takes care of the child more? So mother was like, of course me. And then I asked the father, you are observing the child. He said, yeah, but she has spoiled my child. I said, it's both your child and both of you are responsible. So then they started talking, yeah, for 8 years we are not at all in a conjugal relationship. We are sleeping in different rooms, and the child was present in the room at that time, worst part. So then I told, okay, just stop for a minute. I told the child, let's go out and pray. And I sent her out with someone, assistant. And after that, I said, parents, here, now you stop. So they said, we are in a bad marriage. Fine. We are, then they are accepted that both of them are having their own set of affairs because they don't gel up with each other. But then I asked them, why are you together? For the child, we both have to rear them together. I said, you can do it in separate houses. Then I was like, okay, I just want to know one thing. What about house? Like, do people fight in front of the child? They said, of course, ma'am. Where will we ask them to go? So I was like, so every day your child is seeing these kind of fights at home. Well, ma'am, yes, but he's used to it now. So I was like, at the age of 7, you think your child is used to these fights, and you are saying to me that you are in the marriage together for the child. I would say for the child, take a divorce. Because
Very
in that way your child will have a healthier childhood. Nowadays there is a custody, there is a visiting right. So one of you take the custody, whoever think can spend more time, and the other parent happily take the visitation right. And if there is no objection, I think he will be able to tell this. You can get even 2-3 times in a month, spend good time with your child, but at least co-parent in the
We'll
right
come
way.
to the legal part of the
Yeah,
whole
so
thing. But
co-parent in the right way.
I just
So
remembered.
sir would
yes.
like to
the
give
mindset also, like sometimes you are having a kind of problematic marriage and then you are thinking that okay, having child will solve
Yes,
the problem.
yes, that was
That
not
starts
the
from
case.
there.
Oh my God.
So that's the
So,
worst decision
First
to
decision.
make.
So then you start fighting with each other. So sometimes people ask, like the couple, they say, that, no, we are staying together because of the child.
Yes, and
So
I
I
said,
said,
oh,
yeah,
straight.
and then solve the problem, because ideally we think that the parents should be there, like okay, both the parents. I said, okay, having both the parents, what benefit the child is getting? Actually, every day you are fighting, and then when he or she will grow up, the relationship issue, see, that person will have.
And the
Because yeah,
worst part they do is they make the child the referee in their fight. You tell who is right,
who is
father
right
or
and who is
mother.
wrong.
So
The
your
pressure
child
on
is
And
the
you can
not
understand
supposed
the
to be
kind
the
of
referee.
pressure and the trauma that child goes through.
Yes.
So I think, yes, if it is a kind of bad
So
marriage and if
much.
it is not working, so whether you have children or not,
Go for
go
that.
for
Go
divorce,
for
because that's, I think,
Because
that
making them
making
see
them-
that exposure to the verbal and the physical abuse every day will definitely make them have a psychological problem.
Yeah, so maybe the divorce rates have gone today thinking of
Yeah.
that also,
yeah,
that
and
they have
like
come to the
many of
acceptance.
many of the adolescents cases that I get, like actually it's off because of this kind of, and they are into kind of drugs, they are into kind of different kind of substance abuse, because like the family mother and like the family is not actually working properly.
Mhm.
Parents are fighting with each other, so that it's a kind of escape route for them.
Yes,
And
they get into bad habits pretty
Yes,
early in
yes.
age,
Exactly.
right?
And
The
they don't
kids,
trust,
yeah.
like even they are having problem in their relationship because of this thing,
This
because they don't
obviously.
trust each
one
other.
thing I'm thankful for these Bollywood couples is the concept of co-parent that they are promoting after divorce.
Oh,
Like I
yes.
saw Hrithik Roshan, Suzanne Khan. In
Mhm.
public, they said ki we are divorcing because we can't stay together, but we will be co-parenting. And we will mutually coordinate with each other for our child. Then they go for the parents' meet of child together.
Hmm.
And showing this in public, I think it's good for couple. They are understanding ki co-parenting when you cannot survive together is not a bad choice.
Exactly. Yes.
As a mature adult, it's a much more sensible decision.
Sensible.
Yeah,
Everything
the
is
legal
very
part.
good.
Yes,
Everything
and the
is
legal part of having a child and getting a divorce, I think that
yes.
a lot of people
There is
want to know about.
nothing legal about it. There's nothing legality or illegality about it.
Okay.
Simple issues are there. She said about visiting right. Do you know how to get it? And who gets it? And who gets the custody? If the child is 7 years, then his or her opinion matters. After 18, he or she is the only person who can choose with whom he or she will stay. But at 7, what happens? Till 5, mother is the normal custodian. Till 5, mother will be the normal custodian, right? And father will get a visiting right. Not to give that visiting right, what happens? 7 days to the father. What father does? Father takes him or her to nice places, costly places, costly gifts, PlayStations, and then the chocolates, whatever he or she
Father is very
wants.
nice.
One, the father is very nice and mother is bad. And at 6 or 7 years of age, father teaches your mother is having affairs with someone.
Yes.
The kid doesn't know what his affair is. It is normal. This is the actual situation. The thing the ma'am was saying about is ideal situation.
Right.
And I'm
Giving
speaking
the
about is a practical
practical.
situation.
But
So-
in one of the situations, the father came to me with a similar 7, 8 year old. There are very few people who do this. And they asked me, ki, I want your help as a psychologist. Ki, I want to go for divorce. I don't want my child to be affected. I'm okay with giving the custody to my wife. But in that case, wife was not ready to take the custody. Because she wanted to get married
Responsibility.
again.
Oh,
And she did not want to take that financial charging. So she wanted the father to take the custody anyway.
And actual music
So-
starts from there.
Yes.
Actual music starts from there when I'm saying so. So a kid, 4 years, 5 years, father is getting married, mother is getting married,
Yes.
and what happens to the kid? No one really bothers.
Right.
I mean,
No,
the kid must be feeling so unwanted
Unwanted.
by
Yes,
his
yes,
or
yes,
her
And
yes.
I
own
always tell
parents.
the parents ki don't say
Unbelievable.
anyone is wrong, anyone is right. Just give your child a message. Both of us are good people. We are not
No.
together good.
that should be the situation.
But that is
for,
again not
for
happening.
that custodial fight,
Yeah.
for
Then
the
so they
custodial
start the
fight,
tug of war.
the
So,
child is the worst person who suffers actually.
yes. So, what happens in case the mother doesn't want and the father also
Father is
doesn't
willing
want?
to know. One of them have to take, of course.
So, but then
but
he is
I
accepting it
haven't faced
unwillingly,
this.
God
right?
will put.
I haven't faced this fortunately till now ki none of the
And,
parents want a
in
child.
maximum cases, what happens? The kid is sent to any hostel
Yes.
and they
Hostel is
get,
a very common
they
setup.
give money for that.
So
Because
basically,
and they will put it on the child's welfare. They will say ki no ma'am, hostel will take better care. And I am always debating ki hostel cannot be a substitute for parents. Like why do you have to send your child? Take them with you. Give them that nurturance love. You are keeping them away. And if your child is in hostel, almost 10 months they are staying without parents. So where are you giving that care? So I think hostel has become a resort for couples who cannot take good care. But I feel ki if you're fighting at home whole day, then better to send
An
your child to
excuse
the
is there.
hospital.
Excuse is there. The hostel, I'm putting him in hostel for her betterment.
And that too, they will
It's
Simply
actually
provide
for
the
my
brand names.
betterment.
Ki Masuri or this or that. I don't want to name the hostels. But they will give me some hi-fi names ki that will build their career. But no matter whichever, however the good hostel is, with all respect, no one can substitute for parents' love. Like the quality time you will spend with your child will matter more. So if it is you are separated also, you can divide that time, but
Yeah.
definitely together.
So the conclusion from this is basically when a marriage is not working, the solution is to have a baby. And even after having the baby, if the marriage is not working, just get rid of the baby. Like nobody wants the responsibility of the baby. First of all, you don't want the responsibility of making the marriage work. Then you don't want the responsibility of the baby you brought in the world thinking that will solve the problem. And I really feel bad for the kids now who are
I personally feel that couple who think, first of all, it starts from marriage. If a psychological problem, like a child is having a psychological problem, for example, low IQ, nowadays, so there is a law again which you will be able to explain. कि if you can prove कि a person has a mental retardation, marriage is null and void. So parents start from there कि इसका शादी करा दो सब ठीक हो जाएगा. But someone who cannot handle themselves, how will they handle a family? So getting such a daughter or a son married itself is a bad decision. Then when couples are fighting amongst each other and thinking like in generally I've seen the family interfere. Please have a kid and things will be better. Most of the time parents giving this suggestion ki I think instead of going for couple counseling or going for any kind of separation, you people think of having a kid. So they are actually given this idea of conceiving so that in pregnancy the female is obviously being taken care of, husbands become sensitive ki my child is in the womb, so let's give all the care, so things will become okay for some time. Again after the kid is born they will fight.
fight
So the whole point is ki if a couple really want to save the child trauma, they should think 10 times before having a kid. I would say all the couple, if you are fighting on a day-to-day basis, don't make kid a solution to your fight. It's not the solution. You are adding to the problem.
Yeah,
In
and you
divorce.
want to stay in the marriage because of the
That's
child.
right.
Yeah,
Even
so
if
you
you
will
are
not be
having a
able
problem,
to.
yeah,
If
that
you
is also
couldn't
another
stay
problem that
without a
you are
child, with
creating.
child also, you will not be able
In
to
the
stay.
old divorce proceeding, there is a stage called conciliation, right? The conciliation, normally what happens, court doesn't say you both families should go there and talk, right? It's about husband and wife. You should talk. You should not invite the third party amongst yourself to solve the issues. If you cannot solve it, then it will never be solved. Normal. And when you know you cannot solve it, then don't bring any third person in life.
Exactly.
A baby, you are bringing one baby in the world, and what point of time after that you are thinking, no, it will not work. You are practically abandoning the baby. Practically, it's like sending him or her hostel is not a solution. You're practically abandoning the family. You are saying I'm doing for the betterment of the kid. No, you are doing it for betterment of yourself. You will not take responsibility. You will start another life. Maybe you will get married. Maybe you won't get married. You're starting your other life. Your wife will do that, husband will do that. What will happen to the baby? Nothing. The ultimate suffer if she stays here or something. Not for example, and one abusive marriage, the people are not getting divorced. Every day they are fighting. Every day they are abusing. So at the age of learning rhymes, the kid will learn slangs. That's normal. And he will be addicted to the things, sometimes with drugs. And later on, when he will grow up, it will be his mind that this is normal. But this is not normal. We are
Right.
creating a
We
bad
have seen that.
society. We are creating a
Absolutely.
bad society. So practically, I said, just talk to the person whom you see every day in front of the mirror before your marriage, before having a baby, and before
After avoiding
going for
towards
any
laying
chaos.
it.
Right.
So, like from that interference that you're talking about, so do you think in Indian families there's too much of interference
Yes,
of
yes,
the
yes,
extended family,
Yes.
like the
yes, too
parents,
much.
the
Yes, yes, a
in-laws,
lot,
the
Definitely.
extended
a
in-laws,
lot, a
and
lot, a lot.
everybody? So that also creates, I think,
Yes,
problems
a
in your
lot.
relationship. And
In divorce cases in court, we see that a lot.
yeah,
The mother of the husband
Mm.
or of the girl, why you are staying that? Your husband is earning, you are earning, you should get separated.
Right.
Mother says, what happens? Normal, is normal. Normal in the sense, for example, I'm a mother.
Hmm.
I am saying the kid I grew up, he used to give me a lot of time, but now he is not giving me time.
Hmm.
So a problem arises.
Right.
And the mother of the girl thinks, no, all this, something is not right.
Mhm.
My son-in-law is very good. He's earning. My daughter is both are earning or both are doing nice. They should live separately. Why take bother of age, old age parents? So from all this, a chaos starts. It's practical. So it's like all need to understand this.
Yes.
For a boy, he need to understand that his mother is also important. Give her some time.
Hmm.
For wife, she also need to understand, okay, fine, it's good. And I am spending time with my mother. I'm spending time with my husband has also right to spend some time with his mother or his parents. Both families should understand that not to interfere much. Let them live. Let them be. And if they cannot, then they will think otherwise.
Again, I
Same,
would say
yes.
from the clinical perspective, yes. Most of the time when people come to us for couple counseling, it is a surprising fact that more than having problem with each other, they have problems with their family.
Families.
Like I saw someone 16 years and they are saying ki with each other we are very good. When we are going for holidays, there are no problems. But every day at night when husband comes to the room, the problem starts when wife wants to complain about the in-laws. And the husband feels that the wife is talking too much with her mother.
Oh.
And the mother is giving some of her own input. So obviously the suggestion for couple over here is that both of you should understand that before each other, both of them have their families. So they both have a right to spend time with their families. You are a very important part of their life. But other members also have some right to your partner's life. And that should not be taken away. And stop discussing issues with each other all the time of the family. Like make sure you spend some quality time discussing each other. If you have problem with the families, you can solve it at your level first. You don't have to involve your husband with every fight you have with your spouse. Like you can complete
One more
that.
thing. We all have our life, right? We have all our different sector. We have our friends.
Yes.
We have our families. Yes, our husband or wife are major part of our life. We are partners. But apart from that, we all have our small things.
Yes.
We have our friends. So, for example, with whom we can talk, we can use any words, nothing much. We all have that groups. So it should continue.
Yes.
For me, if you ask me, I will say it should continue. If someone tries to stop, for example, for a wife, if husband says, no, you'll not meet your friend. Or wife says, no, you'll not even meet your friends, or you not have your own life, then problem starts.
Yes.
I think what you are actually highlighting, setting the boundaries.
Yes.
So we have different boundaries. Like when husband and wife, there's a boundary, and then also with the families. An Indian context, like generally, we don't respect that boundaries and that kind of spaces we don't give. I think that need to be discussed a lot. So as you said that, okay, I definitely I love you the most, but definitely I have friends. So there is a different kind of equation, and if we respect each other, then all relationship will grow. It's not like the problem is like when the interference is between this kind of relationship.
So in this kind of a situation also, when the couple they are compatible and they're good with each other, but there is external interference from maybe the in-laws, the extended family. For that also they can go for counseling, right?
Yes,
They
absolutely,
don't have
absolutely.
family counseling for that.
Exactly. You
Because
have family
ultimately
counseling.
there's a kind of then confusion because they are adding into that confusion. So if you are confused, then definitely you can go for
And
counseling.
then in family counseling, what we do is we make those boundaries. Like we also explain the wife, if your husband is saying he wants to go for a date with his mother today, no, you don't have to tag along. Give them that space. And understand that they are not there to talk about you. Before you, they used to have their own conversation, which can continue. Or if a female decides that I want to spend some time with my best friend, so husband doesn't need to go along. She
Exactly.
can go and talk to her friend about other things also, or maybe about the husband. She has a right to vent out. So those vent outs should be permitted and no interference should be there from both the sides. And I think marriages will work way better.
Heard from you? Anything?
Yeah, I think that relationship, if we understand our relationship with each other and define our relationship in a better manner, then definitely all relationship, not about the kind of couple relationship, all relationship works on that principle.
And
Otherwise, if there is a kind of, I would say that trespassing in any relationship, it won't work. Whether it's a kind of friendship, whether it's a kind of couple relationship or with your parents also. So even parents, you need to respect their boundary. So even like they are also couple, no? As you were a couple, they are also a couple.
Right.
Sometimes we don't, once we get married and like our, okay, they are our parents, why can't they go out? Even they are a kind of a couple. So that kind of a culture and that kind of thinking, I think we should just encourage that. Yeah, I think that then it will work much
counseling
better.
as a solution for everything.
Yes.
Not solution for everything, but at least
But
for
it
to
is
get
I
clarity.
think we can
helpful.
simplify
Yeah,
You're
it's
not going
helpful.
to lose anything by
Yes.
this is
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
they may not
One
be able to
last
solve
thing I
all
would like to add,
problems.
I would like to add for your viewers, lawyers are important. Again, at the stake, by putting my profession at the stake, I am saying, don't come to us at first.
First.
Talk among themselves. Take help professions like them. Then, if things doesn't work, then we are there. We are the last option.
And I would say, like a psychologist, we don't have solution to all the problems. We don't claim that you come to us and we will
And we'll
solve
give
your
solution.
problem. But definitely, we will try to give you some clarity on what you should be doing next.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then maybe like whether you want to choose kind of legal advice or you want to go
Here's
with a kind of family
what I'm
counseling.
saying. I'm
Yeah.
the last option. Why? For example, it's problem arises. Problem arises, heat of the moment, someone uses abusive word. I'm saying it happens. Amongst friends, it happens, right? So husband, wife, if they behave at least a bit friendly, it can happen. If someone takes in that way, someone goes to a lawyer and lawyer suggests him or her especially, go and lodge a complaint. A complaint will be lodged, instantly 498 case will start and husband will start thinking, this is it. So if it can be solved amongst yourself, do it. Take help of the professionals. They are there. We are the last option because if we start walking, the things will become worst.
One question, which is a very pressing question, which everybody says, and I've heard from a lot of people, that in India, the laws are bent more towards favoring women. Is it a myth or is it true? It's fact.
It is
Can
fact.
you elaborate a little?
Yes, I can
because-
elaborate.
Yes, please.
For example, if a girl lodges some complaint, if someone says XYZ, someone says that a person is molesting him or her, the court will believe that. Case will start. It will go on. 498A cases in India. Actual sufferer, the thing I said earlier, actual sufferer, they do not get that help. They are unable to lodge complaints. 80% cases, it has become a now fancy litigation. So the well off, the person who has the facilities, they are doing it. And issues are strange. In some cases, issues are strange. That's why 498A is losing its teeth. Now, 498 cases, bail is like that. Reason? It is losing its teeth. It's being misused. For example, maintenance, right? A boy is educated, a girl is educated, they can maintain themselves. But a husband has to maintain his wife,
Yes.
divorce starts, right? That is the law. The woman-centric law, the gender justice, I may sound strange. Gender justice, gender equality, which we say, so nice, classy terms. That is woman-centric, gender-biased law. The person who actually needs the help of this law, they do not get. And few person misuse the same. For example, I gave an example of a cricketer, right? The wife, she is getting 4 lakhs, she needs 10 lakh. And 80% chances there, I'm telling you today, tomorrow or day after tomorrow may come, that he's asking for 10 lakhs, you're probably getting 6 or 8 lakhs. Normal. For example, rape.
Oh.
If someone says that I have been raped, then XYZ will be arrested.
Mm.
Medically, your viewers will be from different ages. I am not elaborating the same, how medical tests will be done or on medically, say woman is a married woman, or she's having regular partners. So normal symbols cannot be seen. So preliminary, it will be said that guy is guilty.
Mm.
Marital rape, it's a fact.
Mm.
Marital rape happens. But in some cases, it is just for framing the husband. In some cases, lawyers like us from my community, my fraternity, not community, fraternity will be a better word, my fraternity, we draft things, we cook up stories,
Mm.
we make the story look more bad so that criminal section are being attracted.
Mm.
So all these things are there. So law is always favoring women. It is not myth, it is fact, and there is no harm in this. When I'm saying that there's no harm in this, considering the abuse, considering the situation, there is
Correct.
no harm. The harm is abusing the principles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Abuse, for example, if someone is not suffering, continuously a section being misused, it will be in the mind of the court, yes, something is wrong.
Wrong.
I'm telling you, sir, you're saying that POXO.
Mm.
POXO is a dangerous act.
Mm.
POXO is a dangerous act. POXO, what a prevention of child against sexual abuses. If you touch a child inappropriately, or if he says that something happens to me in that way,
Mm.
it's an aggravated form of sexual act that is dangerous.
Mm.
And for that, you need not prove anything. You need not give sufficient proofs. And in rural area, what is happening? For their internal dispute, for their property dispute, kids of the house are being used.
Right.
They are lodging complaint in their name. They are suffering. For example, SCST Act. Prevention of atrocities against SCST Act is a fact. It's a very good legislation. But what happens if any person from SC committee or ST committee comes and says that person has abused me? Said I'm coming from a lower caste, so I'm this. The case will start against me.
Yeah.
I will not get eligibility bail. I will be put behind the bar. From there, I may get bail.
Mm.
Same with POXO. It will go like this.
Mm.
So these are very good legislation.
Mm.
But they're being
They're being
misused also.
misused actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a
So-
big problem.
I think that's the reason that recently High Court came with a decision that alimony will not be given to financially independent women.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, the
it
same.
was being realized that it is getting misused
It was
very
there.
badly.
It was already there. It was
Okay.
already
Now
there.
they're highlighting it
Now,
maybe.
for example, we think about 125A earlier than CRPC. 125, not 125A. 125 CRPC, we used to think that only women are entitled to get it. But no, court said the
Yes.
parents can get it.
Right.
Now, I said that the husband who is having low income, he can
You
claim
can
it.
Right.
claim it.
But
Why?
if he claims, then what society will say?
Right. Society
Right.
stigmas are there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So sometimes I think men themselves will refuse until there is someone who is obviously
Really a
there to,
crisis or
or
there to
really there
extract.
to just to exploit thing. You know, the man, even if he's in dire need, out to just
And
the
just
male
tell me,
ego, they
I'm
will
just
deny
telling
it.
you one thing. This is strange. This is a rape, right? A rape can happen with a woman only. Who says that?
No,
Who says
it's not.
that?
Yeah.
But are we ready to accept it?
Are the men ready to go to the police station and lodge a complaint?
Will
if
police station
he-
take the complaint?
I think so. If
If
And
that
if I
was my
say that,
next
okay, like that,
question.
first
no,
they have to
so
be
even not even rape, like for example, if I say that, okay, I'm sexually abused, like people start laughing.
yeah.
Yeah.
That so you must have enjoyed kind of thing.
Exactly.
So that's the
Yeah.
mindset. So
Right.
even for boys, like going and complaining, like POXO, if it is a kind of gender neutral
Yes.
law, where it also gives an opportunity, like even the boys can go and lodge complaint on behalf of that. But problem is like that accepting that, okay,
Yeah.
even the boys can get abused, this thing. But statistics says otherwise. Even the
Yes.
boys are getting
Very much.
very much.
Specifically
So-
the children.
Yeah.
Statistics says of many things. Say, for example, abuse of the child at home.
Yeah.
It's normal.
No,
Normal. It's not normal. It's abnormally normal.
right.
Why I'm saying abnormally normal? It's pretty common. Pretty common. It was there, it is there, and probably it will be there.
And abused by their known
Yes, but
person.
if a kid goes to his mother or father says that uncle has done this with me, what they will say?
Yeah, it's not
Okay, beta.
accepted,
Okay,
really.
It's not
beta.
Yeah,
accepted.
that they don't want to believe only, and
No.
to believe is not it. So, since we've come to the end of the episode, and I would like to you all to give a message to our viewers who are either planning to get a divorce or going through a divorce. So, one suggestion from each of you that you would like to give them, like what they should do now, maybe.
Firstly, it is not a stigma. Secondly, no one will judge you. Thirdly, no one is paying your bills. You shouldn't be bothered. If you think your marriage can work, give time to it, take the effort. If you think it will becoming worse day by day, then don't stick to it. Get out of it. Again, saying nobody will judge you. And if you a bad marriage is the worst thing to be in it. Be in it.
Thank you.
I would say that divorce should not be the first thought, but if you have tried other things and if nothing has worked, and if you're having frequent fights, crying, suffering, emotional burdening, then please go for divorce.
And for me, I think as marriage is normal, even divorce is normal. So if it is not working, then like you can have a choice. And I would say that, okay, before taking any kind of decision, so you can go for counseling, you can talk to other people who are sensible and mature and have enough knowledge and information. So whether it's a kind of legal counseling, whether it's a kind of psychology counseling, and nowadays like it's available. I'm not saying in all over India, but like there are places, and these days like even online counseling is available. So try to understand that, and just believe me, the counselor or the legal expert, they are not going to tell you that, okay, be in the marriage or come out of the marriage. It's your choice, but you will get a clarity and your relationship, whatever, will be in a better situation.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you all for coming. For all my viewers, the one message that I want to give from my personal experience is my counselor once told me that getting a divorce on paper is the easiest thing. The first thing that you need to be divorced is emotionally divorced, mentally divorced, and then signing on the papers is the easiest thing to do.
Right.
I took that path. I went for counseling. I got ready for the legal divorce, and then I did whatever I had to do, and I'm very happy now. So I think we can end our episode here. Hope you all liked it, and we are going to definitely give some helpline numbers, some links, and the NGOs, ma'am, and we'll take it from them. It will be in the episode, and keep watching. And thank you from Truth Forecast.
Do you like what you're watching? Then like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to press the bell icon.